Auburn at Arkansas, 12:45 Eastern, SEC Network. Auburn, 1.5-point favorite in this spot on the road. Interesting. This is the check the pulse bowl for me. All right? Auburn, it's kind of like those Creed movies is how I feel watching y'all right now. Like Apollo Creed gets knocked down. And, or not Apollo Creed, rather. Who is Creed? Michael B. Jordan? What's his name? Is it Apollo Creed? Adonis Creed. It's like the Creed movies. Adonis Creed getting knocked down, and you're like, get up. Get up off the mat. Come on. They're counting down. 1, 2. And like everyone's just waiting with bated breath to see them get up off the mat. That's how I feel watching Auburn. Get up, man. Couple of tough games. Haven't broken your way. You haven't done anything to make them break your way. To be clear about this whole thing, do we see something different? This is the check the pulse bowl spot for Auburn. Got to see something different. Got to see some urgency now. We will keep a pulse on what we see different from Auburn here as the week progresses. Arkansas, you've played 2 ranked teams to a score the last 2 weeks. Tennessee's no slouch. I don't care what that number next to their name says. Like that's a team that can beat a lot of those teams ranked ahead of them. Then A&M's the number 3 ranked team in college football. You played them to 3 points last week. Arkansas, like, let's go get over the hump here, man. I like a lot of what Arkansas has here personality-wise, too, because their head coach is already fired. There's no pressure on Arkansas to keep their head coach's job. Maybe if you want to get Bobby Petrino the job in general in Fayetteville, I guess there's pressure. But, like, Arkansas is playing with reckless abandon, and I think that's a dangerous thing for Auburn. I also think Taylor Green gets his on the ground. Now, what does that mean in this game, effect-wise? It could mean Taylor Green goes for, call it 75, 80 yards rushing, but Arkansas scores 14 points because those 75 to 80 yards rushing is Taylor Green running for his life all afternoon, and it's just a thing where it looks nice in the box score but doesn't really hurt Auburn. Or it could be what we saw against A&M where Taylor Green gets his on the ground, and A&M has to account for that, and Big Omega Blake gets open downfield and he gets to eat. It is not a coincidence that Taylor Green had 7 yards a carry against A&M and Omega Blake had over 100 yards receiving. Those two things are attached at the hip. So that creates strain for Auburn if they're not able to account for Taylor Green's legs effectively and could get them beat, honestly, in this spot. Now, Auburn, you're going to be able to run the football. That's good news. You probably already knew that going into this game, but just to clarify for you, Arkansas allowing 5 yards a carry, that's not my question because you're going to probably have to answer scores here to some respect with what that Arkansas offense is rolling with. Can we just be timely throwing the football? I've given up asking for the aerial show. I've given up. I'm not asking for it. It's not my place to ask for that anymore. Can we find a way, though, when those safeties roll down and when we're down by 7 because Taylor Green just did something cool and scored a touchdown and we got to answer, can we find a way to push the ball deep to Eric Singleton? Cam Coleman, great game last week and over 100 yards receiving. Can we recreate that and just be timely to where we can score points and answer here in this spot? Help the defense out. I promise you. It's been a tough year if you're an Auburn defender because you're out there playing one of the best brands of football, I think, in the SEC, if not the country, when it comes to what you are on the defensive side. Help the defense out. I promise you won't regret it. Promise you won't regret it. Give them a little bit of leverage. Let them play with a lead. Now, here's the thing that I'm also looking at that might decide the game. Maybe this is the whole thing to break down if you're trying to bet this or pick this or whatever. This is a true test of will for Auburn. Look at what Arkansas has in that backfield. They have 2 running backs, one by the name of Mike Washington, who's 6'2", 223, who had a day against A&M. Another by the name of Braylon Russell, who's 6'1", 238. Arkansas does not negotiate with you with how they run the ball. It is north-south. It is downhill. It is 1, maybe 2 pullers. They're testing your will when it comes to defending the run. Are you able to show up for 4 quarters with Arkansas taking a baseball bat to your face and continue to answer the call? That is the question. Because for Auburn, you played a couple close games. Are you saying we're so close, let's push through this here? We're in a mode where we got to go win out to feel like we had a successful season to get to 8 wins? Or is it a thing where, woe is me, we haven't caught the breaks, we're so close, I'm looking at the portal if I'm in that locker room at Auburn, I don't like how this is going? If that's the case, you're not going to meet the physical challenge. And you have to meet the physical challenge with those 2 backs toting the mail. So it would make all the sense, quite frankly, if Arkansas won this game. All the sense in the world. I just told you, there's no pressure. They're not playing with hot seat talk around their head coach. Got a mobile quarterback in Taylor Green who can beat you for sure with what he's done throughout the course of the season. You've been close the last 2 weeks against better teams, has Arkansas. Makes all the sense in the world if they're going to win this game. They're at home. So I say all that, but I look at Auburn, I'm like, dude, they need this so bad. Like, I wouldn't want to stand between a hungry man and his last meal. And this could be the last meal for Auburn in the context of this season. Like, if you're going to go win 8 games, you have to win out. And this is one of those games you had circled before the year as a win if you're an Auburn fan. You got to find a way to get this done. I know it's on the road. I know the last couple of weeks have been heartbreakers, but you got to circle the wagons here. So for the sheer desperation of this, I will pick Auburn to win. I think it's by a field goal. I think it is dramatic. I think we find Auburn in a spot where we're sitting here on Sunday saying, I don't know if it changes the way you think about their season, but they found a way. They found a way in the Check the Pulse Bowl to get it done. Final score, Tigers 24, Razorbacks 21.